On horseback through the wetlands. The Iberá is a basin formed by a mosaic of flooded and dry sceneries. Inside the wetlands, there are large islands that were traditionally used for cattle. To get the cattle out of the ranches, the herds would cross wetlands and swamps, sometimes having to swim across them. This trip has gathered together this group of visitors who came to the reserve by land from Buenos Aires. They will travel through the wetlands on horseback up to San Alonso Ranch. Along with Luis, the excursion guide, they check the details of the journey arranged for the following morning. This journey is ideal for tourists looking for an intense experience. The day begins very early to saddle the horses. The group also includes many children who will also try crossing the wetlands. An hour later, the riders set out to the Iberá. The trip covers around 30 kilometers, along which the riders visit the grazing lands of the region. Up to this point, this journey is no different from any other. The group is of mixed experience. Some have been on horseback excursions, others haven't.
I love the idea of coming to the wetlands and of this hydro ride of getting to the marshes and swim a bit, but I didn't have a clear picture. To be honest, I'm a bit scared of horses. I was told what all this is about, and I was very anxious to have this experience. But I was a bit scared, and of the heat too, and of seeing from where we would drink water, and of the piranhas. We've been to the wetlands at the start of the year, and we saw the fauna and the jacaré caimans and all. But then you think, oh, what's going to happen with this?
I have no experience in horseback excursions. I haven't done much riding either. It's not my element. But I was really interested in getting inside the wetlands to have a direct experience. I've been on a lot of horseback trips in the last 5 or 7 years, here in the Iberá and a bit in Patagonia. Here in Corrientes, the horse is part of the landscape, so if you want to enjoy the landscape and above all get to know it, a horse is a very good tool. The children advance joyfully along the first part of the ride. The terrain begins to sink, and the riders are about to face their biggest challenge. The route has many deep marshes that both horses and riders must swim across. At this time of the year, the Iberá has a lot of water, and this means they will have to swim many kilometers. Now they must cross the first deep marsh. Here, the travellers are helped by the local canoemen, who carry the saddles and dry clothes during the crossing. After everything is put into the vessels, the adults get in the marsh. They face their first obstacle when the horses can't touch the bottom and, scared, want to turn back. Here, the canoemen and the experienced riders herd them towards the marsh. Finally, the animals are facing the right direction, and once they begin swimming, nothing stops them. And thus, one of the most extraordinary crossings of the Iberá begins.
Me encantó. Fue una experiencia fantástica. Me encantó todo.
I loved it. It was awesome. I loved it all. I really enjoyed going all together first and then being in the marshes with the horses swimming. It was really strange. We had never done that before and we had never seen it before either. And in the middle of all that beauty.
The riders must ensure that the horses keep their heads above water. This allows the animals to guide them across. In this sort of experience, it's very difficult to imagine what it's really going to be like. And this is fascinating. It's awesome being with friends in a natural environment and enjoying the horses, the water, nature. It's fabulous. The travellers are no longer afraid of coming across yacaré caimans or piranhas. The stretch is long and demands great physical effort. The group, guided by Luis, has a long way to go yet. Meanwhile, the children enter the swamp, guided by Valeria, an expert rider. After the initial setbacks, the horses take the right direction. Now the children will be able to display their riding skills in an unusual place. The canoemen assist the crossing at all times.
I find it's very colorful to see the gauchos in their traditional outfits, and the canoemen too. Seeing them with their canoes and poles is picturesque. For me, it adds 50% value. I think it's something very important.
50%, o sea, es muy importante eso.
Though swimming with the horse requires skill, it's better just to grab the mane. Let yourself go and enjoy the crossing. The children are happy with this hydro ride, an advance enjoying an experience they will no doubt remember for the rest of their lives.
What I liked most about the ride was the first swim. It was fun. First we were quite desperate. We didn't know what to do. And then we got out and finally ended up having a lot of fun. First we were there, present, watching the horses climb all over each other, try to turn to the shore. Going there is fantastic, and swimming with horses is a unique feeling. It's hard to describe it. It's better to feel it. It's the best way to know what it's like. It's incredible. It's the best.
Eso es lo mejor.
Now it's an important moment for the adults. When the horses can touch the bottom, it's normal for them to hurry. The rider must be alert to get back on the horse so as not to remain in the water. This is the best horseback excursion. I mean, there's no other place where you can swim like this. Frankly, it's really thrilling. The arrival was a success for the adults.
The result? Awesome, excellent, much more than what I had in mind. And I wasn't scared or cold or hot. I honestly felt very good and I really loved it. There's nothing compared to this. The fun we had riding across the swamps, I can't compare that to anything we've done before. It was stunning.
Valeria and the children are reaching the end of the swamp. The kids easily get back on the horses. Their arrival on the other side of the swamp marks the end of a unique experience. It also marks the end of the canoemen's work, key people for crossing deep swamps. The first crossing of a deep swamp has ended. The travellers get ready to continue their journey in the midst of intense emotions.
Este no es un programa típicamente turístico.
This is not a typical tourist program where you see the route is made up for tourists and that one way or the other, each one makes a living from it. The places you travel really are natural sites. The people you come into contact with are the local people. And you can see these people love where they live, that they love their environment. And this makes the experience even more enriching, because you can meet the natives of the region, the people who created this, and that it belongs to them.
Generó esto y que esto le pertenece.
Ahead waits another crossing and a 2-hour ride to get to San Alonso Ranch. The finish line of this adventure in the Iberá, one of the most incredible horseback excursions that Argentina has to offer. This ride along the wetlands was very important for me because we've been coming to the area for the past 20 years, but all we've done is barely scrape the borders of these gigantic wetlands. At the most, we managed to get to see the horizon of these ocean-like wetlands that fades away against the line of the sky. This time, we got the chance to cross the swamps on horseback, assisted by the local folk. To penetrate the depths of the wetlands was an unforgettable experience.
Lo cual creo que fue una experiencia inolvidable de haber podido meterse en la profundidad del estero.